everybody wants to get united. Like, what we gotta do is meet everybody on 149th Street at the bench.
In graffiti, there's a strange question that gets asked, especially by newer writers, and that's quality versus quantity. Which one should I really go for? Do I get up a lot with hand styles and throwies? And maybe, because we are kind of talking about newer graffiti artists here, those hand styles and throwies aren't really the best. Or do I go ahead and get up with quality? Pieces, wild styles, murals, things of that nature. Which way is better? I'm going to explain it not only for the new graffiti artists, the pros and cons regarding that, but also the experienced writer and the pros and cons regarding quality versus quantity as well. Now, to be 100% frank with you, this is really a question that's more applicable to more experienced writers, and we'll get into that part a little bit later in the video. But as far as newer graffiti artists are concerned, this question makes no sense because this early on, you don't have access to quality. And I'm not saying that to crush any dreams and ruin your hopes. At the moment, you're still toy, you're still learning, you're still getting your feet wet, you're still just kind of figuring out what direction you want to take your style in and figuring out, you know, the basics and all that, let alone if you prefer quality over quantity. At this point, you also don't know if you're going to be a long-time writer. So I'm going to be real with you guys, you know, to not beat around the bush, for newer graffiti artists, quantity makes a lot more sense. And in fact, this is actually why you see a lot of brand new graffiti artists do exactly that. You guys all know, I mean, we've all been there, right? We all start off as toys, so we've all went through this phase, and that is the phase of, hey, I'm brand new, I'm gonna hit everything in sight, right? We've all definitely gone to that point. This is really common to see new writers do. Now, one of the pros of quantity, especially early on, is it gives you different attempts to practice with, and it gives you more experience in that range. Now, this experience largely comes in the form of technique, and getting used to your marker, getting used to your can, getting used to your cap. Quantity is going to help you do that. It's going to help you kind of get your repetitions in with your tool. But it's not really going to teach you all that much about letter structure, negative space management, letter name weight, letter name positioning, and flow, or some of the more important fundamentals like line shape, form, value, space, color, texture. Now, one of the pros of quantity actually comes into play once you start beefing with other people or you get into a war, because the more work you have up, the harder it is for anybody you might have beef with to go over all of your stuff. And by consequence, one of the cons of prioritizing quality is if you happen to get up less due to prioritizing fancier and more detailed pieces, then those who get up more have an easier time going over you. You spend 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, a few hours on a piece, and somebody you're beefing with spends 10 seconds on a hand style, slaps it right on top of your piece, and keeps it moving. Another great benefit is obviously, if you get up more people see your name, more people know your name. Now, it's up to the individual to decide whether or not they want people to know their name all that much when they're still in the toy phase. But if you're more experienced, well then obviously this is a direct benefit. This is like just hands down a benefit. Some newer graffiti artists, they don't really want to be all that known too early on because they're a little embarrassed by the quality of their work at the moment. I say get over it, this is the game, but you know, it's up to you to decide. One of the downsides is if you're getting up a lot, if you're doing a lot of tags and you're really going full force on that quantity part of things, well then you have a higher risk of getting caught. Now, still talking about newer graffiti artists here, before we get into the more experienced guys, I know I said that newer graffiti artists oftentimes take part in the quantity aspect. That doesn't stop them from trying to implement some quality. We've all gone to spots and seen brand new writers try and rock crazy piece. I mean, I certainly have back when I first started, and those pieces were cheeks. We've all been there. You gotta start somewhere. So what are the benefits of trying to push for quality? Well, for starters, you definitely stress test your techniques as well as your other fundamentals. It gives you the chance to try and push things just a little bit further, do a really crazy hand style that you are trying to imbue with that quality, or a throwy, or a piece, whatever the case may be, and see how far you fall short, or see how far you've come. But one of the downsides is, for newer writers, you're likely going to fall short. And as a result, people may not be all too impressed by your attempt at a wild style on this wall. Another huge downside is the fact that these are going to take you longer than your hand style and throwy. So, you're going to be at the wall for a longer time, you risk getting caught a lot more. And this is a much less of a negative, but obviously the supply drain, right? You're going to need paint and more of it than you would for your hand styles and throwies. So if you don't have access to that, well then you may not be able to do what it is you're looking to do. And I'll be real with you guys, increasing the quality of your work is really easy. You could do it by checking out our Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook in the description down below. This is the only book that teaches you each one of graffiti's fundamentals to a college level degree. We've already helped thousands of people within the graffiti community, and it was a game changer for those writers because we have information in here that you can't find anywhere else. On top of teaching teaching you all the basics, we also go over how to find your style, how to evolve that style. We go over how to flow, how to do extensions, and much more. If you want to check it out, right now is the best time because we have a sale going on for July 4th, where you can use the code 250 to get yourself 15% off the Ultimate Graffiti Guidebook over at theartistblock.inc. That's where we have digital copies. If you're more interested in physical copies, check those out over on Amazon. We have a link to both of those in the description down below for you. So now we move on to the experienced writers and the pros and cons for quality versus quantity for this group. Now, newer writers, like we said, they can't really imbue quality into their handstyles, throwies, and pieces because they simply just don't have quality at the moment. That takes time and practice in order to actually cultivate that. But for you more experienced guys, this question changes completely. It becomes total personal preference. At this point in your graffiti career, you have enough experience to know, I remember back in those times where I was trying for quantity, and I remember back in these times where I was trying for quality. Which one do I want to go with? And you end up making your decision. There's plenty of writers that have been doing graffiti longer than I've been alive that decided to go for quantity. For example, RD, or JA, for example. On the other hand, you have other writers that decide to go for quality, and there's no shortage of them either. And then you got some people that have absurd hand styles that they do a lot, and they're also really sick. I'm going to be showing plenty of B-roll here, but one that comes to mind is rhyme. The same concept also applies for throwies. You have some writers out there that have an above average throwie that they do absolutely everywhere. Now, when we look at the downsides for prioritizing quantity for the experienced graffiti artist, we don't have the issue of being embarrassed by your work and, people seeing it and it not being all that good, because your work, of course it's good, right? We're talking about experienced. You wouldn't be experienced if your work wasn't good, so they don't have that downside. The only downside for them really is the fact that they just risk getting caught a lot more because they're more active, and that's really the only downside. Obviously, they also risk their life a lot more, so that's another pretty big downside. But not everybody who gets up that much really puts their life at risk. So apply that part to yourself. Ask yourself, do I put my life at risk? No? Alright, well then that doesn't apply to me. As far as the downside of quality for more experienced guys, there really isn't much of a downside here either. Sure, you spend more time at a wall, that certainly is a downside, but your work is also really sick, so you often get the bang for your buck because you get that wow factor. People see it and they're blown away, so the payoff ends up being worth it. And this is why, for the experienced writer, it's largely personal preference on whether or not you want to be a quality kind of guy or a quantity kind of guy or a mixture of both. Any of them are really just up to you. Alright dudes, that just about wraps up today's video. Let me know whether or not you personally like quality versus quantity. For me, I kind of was a mix of both. I tried to be at least, but that's kind of where I fell. Let's chat about it in the comments. And also, don't forget the sale we're having for July 4th over at theartistblock.inc. Want the best graffiti tutorials anywhere online? We got those right up here with more graffiti content right down here. And I'll catch you guys back here next week. Thanks for watching.